Hi, my name is Bethany. I am doing the crime scene photography PowerPoint, discussing the 5 different types of photography. The first one I have is luminol photography. I think I'm saying that right. If I am not, I apologize. It is a blood detection agent that reacts with the iron in blood, causing an luminescent effect. As you can see in the picture, there's a stain on the mattress and it's glowing. So in order to see where the blood stain was on this mattress, you have to spray the luminol chemical on it and darken the room because this is inside, in order to see the glow and to be able to capture a picture of it. It's also important to make a note of the location of the blood stain, so you can take a normal photo with the lights on, and then you take one with the lights off in order to show the specific location of the stain. Blue Star is another blood detection agent. It's similar to luminol, and because it's similar, it requires the same photography methods, but you don't have to have a totally darkened room. So in this picture, you can kind of see that it's not completely dark, but the guy's arms are still glowing blue because there was blood on his arms. So again, it has that same effect as luminol. One of the differences is that this has a longer shelf life because it's about 1 to 2 weeks, whereas luminol doesn't have a shelf life. Ultraviolet photography, through ultraviolet radiation, latent evidence, so trace evidence is hairs and fibers, biological evidence, you can see semen, saliva, or blood. All of this stuff is not readily visible to the naked eye, but through the ultraviolet radiation and taking a picture of it, you're able to see it. So in the picture that I provided, you can see fingerprints and bruises on the child who was shaken by its mother. Again, like these pieces of evidence were not able to be seen through the naked eye. They needed to use ultraviolet radiation in order to capture a picture of it and see exactly where the fingerprints were and where the bruises are on the child. In order to do this, again, you need to place the barrier filter over the camera lens in order to block out all visible light. Infrared photography, it's kind of similar to ultraviolet, kind of how luminol is similar to Blue Star, wow. So for infrared, by capturing an image with an infrared sensitive camera, you're able to see blood or like other pieces of trace evidence. So whether that's like alterations in checks or other handwritten documents, you can see those. In this case, this picture I have provided is a blood stain on a black cloth. So the first photo, obviously you can't really see where the stain is, but when you use the infrared photographer, you're able to pinpoint exactly where the stain was located on the cloth. So identification photos, most commonly known as mugshots, they are needed for a photo lineup to show the witness in order to let the witness essentially identify the offender. They're also used for identification cards of inmates in jails and prisons. And in order to be effective, the photo lineup, as you can see in the picture I provided, it needs to be like similar people who look like the suspect. So like you can't officers can't just put together a photo lineup of like, a Hispanic guy, African American, and then a white guy and be like, okay, well, who's the offender? If the victim knows that the person that attacked him was a white blonde guy, like that wouldn't work. And that's why it's important for the lineup to have similar people. That way the witness can specifically identify, this is my offender. In some cases, one photograph is necessary. So this is like for violent cases where they really need to kind of pick up the pace in terms of identifying the offender so they can get a move on arresting him and going through the booking process.